Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a book haul. This is what I've been buying recently. So the first book that I'm going to talk about is unfortunately damaged. I ordered this from Waterstones and it came damaged. I've emailed them and I'm hoping they're going to get back to me. But yeah, it is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. Look at the damage. Oh, it makes me so sad. So this I have seen all over BookTube and I haven't seen a negative review about it yet. So that is why I picked it up. Like most of the books that I buy, I don't really know loads about the story, but I just know that a huge variety of bookstagrammers, book bloggers and booktubers have like read this and loved it, and it's not just like people who read particular types of books, like it's such a universal book. So I am excited to read this and have an opinion on it. The next book will come as no surprise to you, and it is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. It is another kind of like spin-off series to the Shadowhunter series, and this is meant to be like an Edwardian spin-off. It's meant to be a bit more connected to, I can never remember what they're called, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork, etc. More of a spin-off in that style. And the two latest Cassandra Clare series, so the Infernal Devices and I can't remember the others, are like my favourite Cassandra Clare series. So I am excited to delve into this. This is a monster. As Cassandra Clare's books seem to just get bigger and bigger, so I'm excited to read this. Pretty much self-explanatory. So many people are reading this, so many people are loving it as well. The next book is kind of like just a continuation on. It is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. I recently read the second book in the series. I'm so bad at remembering titles. I read the second book in her series of A Court of Akatar and really liked it and needed the next book because I need to know what happens next, hence why I bought this. This is kind of like a kind of fae, trashy YA fantasy series and I am here for it. I am here for the comfort. I am here for the YA tropes. I am here for the drama and the steam that is in this series. Oh my gosh, Sarah J Maas can write a romance. I've just finished Crescent City and oh my goodness, the steam. So I'm here. Sarah J Maas, although I didn't like Throne of Glass, I think that I'm becoming a Sarah J Maas convert because I've read quite a few books by her recently out of her series and she's becoming like quite a firm favourite, so I'm excited. The next book is by an author that I kind of always buy and think writes really good books, and it is Pretending by Holly Bourne. This is her new adult contemporary story that follows a girl, kind of, well, a woman actually, follows a woman falling in love. She's in her 30s and she's kind of going through the motions of starting a new relationship, but also like dealing with men hating and how to be a feminist, but also how to be attracted to men. This I feel like is going to be like most of Holly's books and be this like kind of really good contemporary story with all the contemporary feels that I want. However, Holly always covers such hard-hitting, intense topics so well, and when I went to an event with Holly back in September, she mentioned this book, and when she mentioned it I thought, you know what, that is a book for me. I think I'm really gonna like it. So yeah, I can't wait to buy this, can't wait to read this. I think it's really gonna be good and it's really gonna be like nice, good pro-woman contemporary fiction, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. The next book I have been waiting to be released in the UK for so long, and this was out in the States in like May last year and I was like, this sounds like the book for me. So it's been out, it is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. Now this has been out in the States, like I said, since May, and it has really been met with mixed reviews. On Goodreads, the reviews are so polarising. Like, people either love it or hate it. A lot of people were really disappointed by it. So I am so curious, because as soon as I read the premise of this book, I was really keen because I thought, oh my gosh, this is like the book for me. So this is kind of like a boarding school supernatural thriller gay. It is a kind of supernatural thriller with kind of like some amazing gay girl power thrown in the mix. That's how I've been sold it anyway. But yeah, it's been out in the US for so long that people have kind of already got an opinion on this, and I feel like I'm so late to the train. But I'm excited to read this. I really like boarding school, like especially like girls boarding school settings. I kind of feel like it's a really cool, magical, weird setting. I love books that are set in school. So I'm excited to read this and hopefully have an opinion on it. Like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I know quite a few people have been really disappointed by it. So I'm going to go into this with kind of like try and be a bit open about it, but I'm not sure. And the final two books are actually non-fiction. The first one I've been meaning to pick up for a while, and that is The Hormone Diaries by Hannah Witten. This is kind of like a mixture of memoirs all about female experience and especially periods. She kind of started this, if you don't know, Hannah Witten is a YouTuber. She's a sex positive YouTuber. She's really, really good. I encourage you to check her out. And this is her second book. This book is a spin-off of her YouTube series called The Hormone Diaries, where she kind of recorded her experience coming off the pill and her relationship to her hormones and her body, and stuff that happens. However, she kind of has gathered other people's experiences and thrown them in a book, from what I can gather. This has been out for quite a while. It's been one of those that I've been meaning to pick up but haven't, but it seems to be like in a really cool format, and I think it'll be a really, really nice non-fiction read that isn't too heavy but also quite relatable, because I love books about experience, especially people who identify as women. I love female experience. I'm all here for it. I'm hoping it's good. It probably will be. And the final book is a history book. Now, most of you, or some of you might know that I studied history at uni, and I finished my masters about 9 months ago. And since then I've been like, I don't want to read any of the history, even like historical fiction. I'm like, no thank you. However, I do actually genuinely love history, and now I'm not studying it actively. Maybe it'd be nice to kind of like expand what I'm interested in. So I picked up 5 Women, the Untold Stories of Jack the Ripper. From what I can gather, this is the story, these are the stories of the women who were killed by Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was a serial killer who kind of killed loads of women, and nobody really knows who it was because it's just an unsolved mystery. I have always kind of been interested in Jack the Ripper, although my favourite periods of history are ancient and medieval. I am still quite interested in Jack the Ripper and that sort of history, and I love female history. I love books about women's experiences. Now, although this probably won't be directly kind of like the women themselves experiences, because they are made famous because they were murdered by a man. Like, that is the only reason that these women are famous. So I'm unsure about how accurate of a female experience this book is going to be. However, these women are being talked about. They're not just being ignored, because they've just been numbers in the past. So I'm excited to read about this. I love women's history, like I said, and I think it'll be good. It'll be something completely different. Those are all the books that I picked up recently. It's quite a stack. I haven't bought any books for a while, and I suddenly kind of went ham. I'm really excited to get to some of these. Let me know in the comments down below if you've hauled any books recently. Are these any good? Have you read these? Have you read have you read the Wilder Girls? Because I need to know. I need to know if it's good or not. But let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you again with another video soon. Goodbye.